Now, while people are busy making their Diddy jokes, over 200 people in North Texas just got arrested for participating in a child sex trafficking ring, and the news is silent about it. Check this out.
Authorities are calling it a successful roundup of alleged child sex offenders, but it also shows how widespread that crime is in North Texas. The Dallas FBI office, along with some of the 70 law enforcement agencies that all participated, announced the results of what they called Operation Soteria Shield. Here's our J.D. Miles.
These are the faces of the 244 men and women charged with exploiting children for the purpose of sex trafficking or pornography. It's the end of a month-long investigation by federal and local law enforcement of a crime that authorities say is a year-round problem.
The numbers of offenders arrested and the children rescued in this operation are stunning. It's stunning to hear them repeated here.
109 children were rescued by Operation Soteria Shield, which began in April.
During this operation, many of the children recognized or rescued were previously unidentified. They had never been reported missing. They had never had their abuse known to authorities.
The operation not only led to arrests and rescues, but also to the seizure of terabytes of child abuse sex material through a collaborative effort that started 10 years ago and now includes 70 Texas law enforcement agencies.
What started as a small team with a bold idea has grown into something very powerful.
In a lot of these cases, authorities say the sex offenders never actually meet their victims face to face, but instead use technology to coerce them into sending explicit images and videos. The head of the Dallas FBI office says the methods used are not just involving social media, but also online gaming systems.
So I think for many of us, I'll speak for my generation, we were raised to be concerned about faceless strangers that might try to contact us or cause us harm on the street. But we've moved past that. Again, predators have access to our children in our home through technology.
Authorities urge families to use parental controls on any devices kids use and be aware there are more faces like these still out there.
Now, while people are cracking Diddy jokes, you know, from what I've seen in this Diddy case, everyone has been, from what I've heard thus far, consenting adults. I haven't heard about a whole lot of kids being forced to do things outside of their will. I hear about a lot of adults flying to different states, having crazy parties, and doing a lot of drugs. But I don't hear, from what I've heard thus far, and we'll see the outcome of the case, Diddy in comparison to a lot of these things that are, I don't want to say commonplace, but are really problematic. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just noticing that they're using Diddy as a distraction. They're trying to make Diddy the face of all sex crimes, just like they did R. Kelly for a time period and they did Michael Jackson before that. But they're silent about real cases. Like, did you hear about what happened with Abercrombie and Fitch? Those guys are really participating in some allegedly devious, conspiratorial trafficking. Check out the situation with Abercrombie and Fitch. It's insane. And the way they're treating Diddy, I think it plays a little bit more than what meets the eye. But hey, that's just what I think. Y'all know I got some bonus footage for you, so check this out and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Case, it just so happens, and this is another thing I have to think has something to do with it. The Abercrombie and Finch case came out, and the Weinstein case was coming out. Okay, so here's the thing. They raid his house. 2 weeks before the raid, they released the videotape the same time they're prosecuting the Abercrombie and Finch guys. Now, the Abercrombie and Finch guys who are really doing trafficking, who really have an enterprise of getting these young straight men, drugging them and doing all of this kind of stuff, they let them off on a $5 million bail. They give Diddy, he offers $50 million, his jet, his passports, his family's passports, his property, everything, and they say no. Why? Because you are the diversion for letting these white guys go. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's how they've always treated hip hop. That's how they've always treated African Americans or Mexicans, or use it as something else to divert the attention. Why is Diddy in jail? Why couldn't he bail out?
Right.
Yeah, the bail thing don't make sense when everybody bailed out.
I was broke, came up with a plan, now I'm the man, there ain't no stopping me. I ran up all these bands over hand and made like 5 bands a day. I was broke, came up with a plan, now I'm the man, there ain't no stopping me. It ain't no stopping me. Got bands, I'ma run it up, it ain't no stopping me.